So yesterday I posted a video on my Instagram asking whether you guys wanted an anxiety talk or whether you wanted a meal prep video this week. I have actually already filmed the meal prep video, but seeing as I got a lot of people asking for the anxiety talk, I thought I'd give that a go. It's something that I haven't really talked about, and to be honest, it's only something that I've really come to terms with even myself in the past like couple of months. When you guys first said that you wanted the anxiety video, like I kind of did sit here and think, like, is that something I want to talk about? Like, am I ready? About 2 hours ago I said I wasn't going to do it, and then I decided that actually, like, I'll do it. I'll do my makeup at the same time, so it gives me something to focus on, and we'll see kind of where we go with it. I'm going to try not to kind of edit this video too much, but I will, because I get tongue-tied and I can't talk or breathe. I can't remember what I was saying. So yeah, I guess, I don't know, I think it's something that I've struggled with forever. I used to get very ill as a child, or teen, whatever you want to call it, at school, and honestly I genuinely thought I was ill. Like, we were in and out of like kind of the hospital having tests and kind of stuff, because I struggled with allergies and stuff anyway, and then I kept having time off school because I'd wake up in the morning feeling really sick. Like, there were days where I was like being sick but nothing was happening, and I didn't really know what it was. And I guess, to be honest, if my parents are watching this, then I don't know if they've figured it out yet, but I haven't really spoken about whether this is it or not. I think I spoke to my sister about it, and some of my closest friends in London, but I haven't really spoken to a family about it, because it's not that I'm embarrassed, it's just something that I didn't really want to talk about until you guys asked. But yeah, so in the end I kind of got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. Kind of doctors just said I was doing too much, that I needed to kind of stop doing stuff and kind of rest myself. I think, to be honest, this was probably before mental health and stuff like that was a thing in kind of the younger generation, or if it wasn't really talked about. So I don't blame anyone for the kind of false diagnosis. I just kind of wish I'd figured it out myself earlier. Anyway, yeah, basically, so I went to the doctors. They said I had chronic fatigue. I cut back, so at the time I was swimming, playing football, dancing most nights. I think I was playing netball at the same time as well, plus doing like all this after school activities, like I was dancing again, playing netball, rounders, athletics, kind of like everything I could do I was doing. I stopped all of that and I got a lot worse. It just made me worse. I don't even know what happened, but I just got worse. I felt sick more. I was more tired. Like, I went through periods where I just couldn't get out of bed, and I genuinely felt tired. I felt sick, and I didn't really want to do anything, really. But I didn't know what it was, because I had, like, I still get it now. Like, I've got so much motivation for life, so much ambition, so much determination, but there'll just be days where, like, I feel so sick that I can't get out of bed, or like, it's not, there's no depression at all, nothing at all, because I'll feel great, but I'll just feel sick more than anything. And luckily, now that I can recognize it as anxiety, that's just what I'm gonna call it, and I kind of push through, and I come out better on the other side, and I tend to have good days. There are days that I'm not, but yeah, that's that. What was I gonna say? So yeah, it was kind of like going through school that was kind of tough. There was like one summer where like I was doing a show, and I obviously was anxious about being in the show because I was so ill. Like, I was waking up every morning being sick in the night. I spent like 2 weeks in bed, thinking I was actually ill. I don't know whether I was or not. Obviously I've never had a proper diagnosis, but kind of since growing up and going through it myself and like moving away from home, that's what I'm kind of recognizing it as, and that is what I think it is. went on kind of school trips, camps and stuff, and I would just spend the whole time in bed. I think the biggest giveaway for me was like if I'd had like a long day and I was like tired, I would just cry, and then I kind of connected the feeling, like I felt the feeling kind of both ways. Anyway, yeah, so kind of coming to realise, I think I went to, so when I moved to uni 4 years ago, all my family said that I would never do it because I was kind of a home person. I didn't, although like I was outgoing, I wasn't very confident. Like I wouldn't even go into a shop and ask for something. Like I don't answer the phone. No one really ever thought I was going to move away. So for a move from like say Somerset to like London was kind of a big thing for me. Like even when I was auditioning for unis, because I studied dance, I didn't actually think I was ever going to go. I cried for a really long time because I didn't want to go. But yeah, I think that was kind of the turning point for me. My first night was the only night I've ever cried being away. I woke up in the middle of the night and I cried for hours. I called my boyfriend, I don't know why he was awake, and we spoke on the phone for like 4 hours. I didn't think I spoke to my parents about this, but I just cried and I was like, I need to do this, but like I feel so sick, and that kind of got me through it a little bit. And after I did the first night, I remember my dance teacher once saying to me, the first night is the hardest. Once you've done the first night, you can do any night. And that was definitely a point for me. I think it was going through uni and like having all that time on my own. I'd wake up in the morning and be anxious, and there was obviously a lot of performances, auditions, exams, and everything was a lot harder being away. I just recognised the feeling and kind of linked it, and I guess people were talking about anxiety a lot more. And I made the connection and was like, wow, if I'd known this before, like I've wasted so much time. I truly do think it's fully mental, because I can tell the difference from when I'm full. So like I've had like the whole weekend this weekend to kind of sort myself up, like I'm okay. I woke up yesterday morning, or I went to bed on Sunday night and I felt so sick. I could feel the anxiety and it's like right at the bottom of my sternum, and I knew what it was, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. Woke up yesterday with exactly the same feeling, and I just disappointed in myself more than anything, which is probably the weirdest thing that anyone from the outside could think. But it is a disappointment in yourself. But yeah, I woke up, did morning clients, went through that, and that was good. And then I was fine yesterday, had a really good day. Woke up this morning, exactly the same thing. Just felt so sick, and it's to a point where it's right at the back of your throat that you actually feel like you could be sick. And I think that's the thing, is when I get run down and tired, I'll be sick. Like I will be sick, because there's no other way that, like, I don't have the mental capacity to be able to tell myself that that's what it is, if that makes sense. This video is getting longer than I thought it'd be, and I can normally do my makeup by now, so this is going well. I'm sorry for the rambling. But yeah, so I think it was, well, I know when I was at uni that was kind of that. I'm grateful for the way that I found out, really, because I think if I don't know, I'm kind of glad that I've never had to do the whole doctor's thing in terms of that, because I wouldn't ever want like medication for it. But yeah, so starting self-employment this year's probably been the hardest year. And I don't really know, I'm obviously so proud of myself because I've been kind of alone. I haven't really had anyone. I've just had people coming in and out of like my life from like different places, especially being self-employed in London. There's no permanent friendship here. There probably is, but I'm not really finding it. And again, I know that if my parents are listening to this, or like my family, it'll probably break their heart to know that I've been lonely this last year, but that's just part of life. And I mean, I'm 22, living away from home, so that's gonna happen. But it's just something we deal with, really, I think. But yeah, the anxiety of this year has been toughest. I think trying to pay rent, set up a business and study like almost a full-time course part-time has like tested me massively. But at the same time, I'm so glad I've done it because I'm now stronger for it. I'm definitely just rambling now. But I'm sure there are so many people that can relate to this, so I'm just going to keep talking. So yeah, I didn't really have anyone when I first started at Gym Box. I had like my flatmates. One of them I didn't talk to, the other one was my best friend. But she was working over an hour away, we just didn't see each other. Now since moving out, kind of in a random flat share, I've got friends kind of all over the place. But there was obviously my best friend now, and if she's watching this she'll know, helped me massively. I think just relatable more than anything. She kind of just showed me that the anxiety was normal, and you can take time out, you can look after yourself, like it doesn't matter and nothing's going to change. And I think that's the biggest thing that I'll notice now is, like, if you're down or if you feel like you can't do the day, don't do the day. If you can take time out, take it out. If that means cancelling your afternoon or cancelling a couple of clients and rescheduling, do it. Don't do it every week, obviously, but you're going to be much better off doing that and kind of just replanning your life around that than you are pushing through and making yourself worse. At the beginning, I spent a lot of time where I beat myself up about being anxious and about not wanting to be at the gym or whatever, and I would just cry. And I'm telling you, like, it's not only awful for yourself, but it's awful for the other people around you because you're in a bad mood, you don't want to be there, and it just kind of puts everyone else down. I've lost my mascara. So just take time for yourself. Like, if you need the afternoon, do it. Do a face mask every week. Like, you don't have to have a whole day for yourself. Just take a couple of hours where you literally do nothing business related, nothing work related, study related, whatever it is you're doing. Have a shower, do a face mask, do your eyebrows, watch Netflix, and eat shit. Just do it. Because you'll thank yourself for it in the long run. Oh wow, that was awful. But yeah, so thank you to that person, you know who you are, who kind of just showed me that this is kind of not just normal, but you can still do life with these feelings. Found it. So yeah, I'm sure I've missed like a ton in this video, and I'm going to beat myself up watching it back if I've missed something massive. I'm trying to think now if I've missed anything. But yeah, basically, if I think the biggest thing is if you have kind of times like this where you feel like you wake up in the morning, you feel so much gratitude for your life and so much you want to do, but also all you want to do is just sit and do nothing, even though you have the drive. It's normal, and there are other people out there feeling the same way. Just talk about it, like I am now, and I can't actually believe I'm talking about it. I'm gonna have to send a message to my parents before I do this because otherwise they'll just go crazy. But yeah, basically just talk. I obviously do personal training, online coaching. More than anything, I do lifestyle advice. There's quite a few of my clients who come to me for this kind of talk, and that's the other thing that made me realise that this was so normal, is because I don't know if it's a London thing, but there are so many people struggling with the same stuff, and that's why I love helping my clients. I just love being able to kind of relate and help people through stuff that they don't realise that other people are also going through. So if you are struggling, or if there's anything you want to talk about, just talk about it. Just because one person doesn't want to listen, or you don't think someone wants to listen, doesn't mean there aren't people there to listen. You don't need to go to support groups, you don't need to Google, you don't need to do stuff. Just grab yourself a personal trainer, I would say. No, but in all seriousness, if you want to talk, you know where I am. Definitely just went on around there. This lighting in this video is going to be awful because I'm using the window because it's absolute rubbish lighting today because the weather is crap. it is the day before Halloween, so that makes sense. But yeah, there's that. Oh wow, that went really well. I'm gonna finish my makeup in this video because otherwise it would be weird. Yeah, thanks to everyone who has been watching my videos so far, and kind of really appreciating the support. I've had some really good messages, even though my engagement hasn't been that great. If there's anything you do want in terms of fitness, life, anything, I want this to be more personal than I don't want it to be fitness and workouts, although there probably will be some at some point. Let me know and I will get that done for you. Otherwise, thank you for making it to the end of the video, and I will be back soon.